Hi, Karibu, and today on His Word, we are talking about beauty. My name is Jen Osoro, and joining me to talk about beauty is Mr. Alan Buletti. Karibu. Alan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
As you've said, Alan Buletti is my name. A husband of one. An author, speaker, trainer. We go all around talking about issues affecting us in different aspects of life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and something he's missed out to mention is that he'll be having a book coming out soon called Beauty vs. Sexy. So look out for that in the shelves. Alan, what is beauty and what is it not?
Before we define beauty, we have to, as per my understanding, come from the aspect of understanding who a human being is. Because once you're able to define who a human being is, then you're able to build on that to understanding what beauty is. Because before you are attracted to my culture and to my religion or to my race or to my size or to my color, to my height, your level of respect towards me must come from a point of I am a human being who is supposed to be accorded kindness, respect, at times mercy, forgiveness. So if you begin from that perspective, then we're able to define beauty holistically. But I'll go ahead and say beauty is a person's form and character that both the heart and the eye can relate to equally. Whereby my heart's nostrils can smell the aroma of your beauty, yet still my eyes are fulfilled by what I see. It's a balancing act, if I may call it, of both the inner person and who we physically see.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of what you've talked about, the aroma of your heart, and I'm also attracted to what I see, sounds more like beauty from the perspective of a man looking at a woman. What about when it's ladies? We call each other beautiful. So what is beauty in that? Does the same definition work, that it's about those virtues as well as?
It's so hard to call someone beautiful when they are mean to you, however physically attractive they look to you. So most of the times we are drawn to the inner beauty of a person, and at times it tends to blind out the world's perceived definition of who a physically beautiful person is. So we tend to relate, as you're saying, to the inner virtues of a person. They are kind, they are loving, they are reliable, So the outer beauty is just an addition, I call it a cherry of the cake of who a person is. So it's running across to the inner person, who they are to us. Yeah.
And then what I'd ask next is then who or what ought to determine our measure of what is beautiful, what is not.
Exactly. And that has to be based upon something that is unchanging, that is consistent, that is unbiased. Because if you base your measure of beauty on me, I'm not reliable as someone else is. I'm not to be as consistent as you want me to be. So the parameters of defining beauty must be based upon something or someone who is unchanging, and he's there, day in, day out, the same person. And for that to happen, we must understand. I think we must come from a point of understanding what beauty is, but we can tie it to who is unchanging about a particular definition of beauty. And when we fail exams or when we fail an interview or I'm unable to operate a particular guide like something like a phone, it's not because I am compatible with foolishness. It's because I lack the ability to be compatible and understanding of a particular thing. So for me to get the parameters of beauty, I have to understand what beauty is, where does it come from, who gives I think the laws or the rules to govern how we perceive beauty. That's why I refer to, for you to have the measurement of beauty, then there has to be someone who is governing it. I call him the author of beauty. And I refer to it as our God and Savior Lord Jesus Christ. Because he's the one who not only created beauty, but he acted in a beautiful way towards us. So when I define my beauty, my definition of beauty along his precepts, then I define beauty how he wants me to define beauty. You know, he's all loving, he's all caring, he's encompassing in all aspects of good things. That's how I should define beauty. So my parameters are not given by the world, are not given by my friends. They're given by the author and the finisher of beauty, who is God himself. Yeah,
for sure, because right now in the world it's all about the most popular people on television, or even just my personal comparisons with somebody else, and how I feel about myself is what determines beauty. Yet, like you're saying, it should be God, that I look at myself from God's perspective, and even in my definitions of beauty, choosing what is true and what is not true about beauty from God's perspective. As you're talking, something came up. I was thinking of something. There's a saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. How true is that?
In fact, I have a topic of the same in my book.
Yes.
And even if you can tie it to what you talked about, what's the beholder beholding as beautiful? What standards of measures are they basing their beholding of that beauty on? Are they beholding the whole person or parts of them? Because in my book, beauty versus sexy mentality, these are two aspects we define beauty with, either knowingly or unknowingly. So if I'm beholding beauty in this particular person, is it her eyes, her ears, her nose, her figure, her color, her texture, the way she talks, the way she walks? Is it the whole person I'm looking at as beautiful? As I was saying, the beholder of beauty has to come from a point of understanding what beauty is. Because I may be beholding beauty according to my own understanding of what beauty is, which may be flawed at times, which may be selfish. We are human beings. I may behold a light-skinned person beautiful and a dark-skinned not, or a short girl beautiful and a tall not. But because of what I like, my interests, my likes, my desires, I think even our race and our religion determine how we define beauty. So the beholder of beauty is, again, who is all encompassing and never changing, cutting all across genders and races, is God himself. So once I behold him as beautiful, then I'll be able to behold other people as beautiful. So I mirror what he is saying to me to other people. So my likes, I don't put them to the side, but I base them upon his word.
Okay.